Yeah, now like no, just like final visit before leaving Bangalore.
Can go wherever you want for 3 4 days.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Yeah.
Jai Prabhu.
Prabhu, honestly, I don't know. I am checking the passport. I
Hare
mean,
Krishna
so
Prabhu,
just
Narottam Desh Prabhupada.
for one moment I forgot one small thing and nothing much.
What about the passport?
Still no update, Prabhu. It's still the same thing. No update at all. No phone from police, nothing. One small mistake is causing so much of delay. I'm not feeling so I am crazy. So, I don't know crazy.
I'll apply my visa today.
Haribol.
Hurry, hurry, boy.
Reward.
Jai.
I just went home for that only.
Reward.
Jai.
My fourth passport.
Prabhu, I one question, Prabhu. You have a big suitcase or something?
Suitcase.
I'll sit inside. You carry me to Singapore. You one suitcase, a big suitcase, or one parcel. One what is that? That cargo.
How?
That in cargo plane. Send me Singapore, Prabhu.
Not for your
I'll
height.
sit in that.
Not for your
No,
height.
I will. No, I will not stand. No, obviously, I will like sit down in some crumpled position. However, fit in the box. That big refrigerator box will be there, no problem. I think that will be okay. I will
Oh,
fit
don't
inside
pay
that.
Singapore immigration because the punishment very severe.
Huh?
The immigration office.
The Subramania
The,
was traveling, no? Bus sound. Okay. Himanshu Prabhu, I think, is studying hard for exam.
Yes, Prabhu. He was
So,
there.
said last, he has some questions. He's not here. I spoke to Ayyappa Prabhu after a long time yesterday.
Oh, nice. What did he say, Prabhu?
Said he's very busy with examinations. His exam just got over. He said he will come for Snana Yatra. So, what did your friend Hero and what did he say, Prabhu, about the program, Sami Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. Yes, he has been joining like 6 lectures now. He joins every lecture that there is. So I'm really happy that he's like active. And I didn't even invite him to the group myself. They invited me to ISKCON's. There was a yacht like reading session group, and they invited me to this group, and then I shared Nimanita Prabhu's lecture about this last lecture to them. And then the Sero Prabhu joined from the group and he watched the lecture, and Nimanita Prabhu shared the Telegram link there and he joined through that link. So I didn't even myself ask him to join or anything. After he joined, and then he has been in every session, and every reading session he is all the way to the evening, and he's been like really active. So that's nice to see.
Oh. Good, Prabhu. So, anything to discuss? Any questions? What about Aditya Prabhu? Is not here.
So yesterday I met him, Prabhu. Aditya Prabhu.
He got a seat in Pondicherry.
No, Prabhu. He got in SRM.
Oh, sorry, SRM. He got a.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much, yeah, like 95% confirm. The remaining is mother just has to get little bit the final touch. That's all. and he will go HRM. Yes, Prabhu. But I'm already imagining, like Himanshu Prabhu is like super street smart and like austerity wise. I'm wondering if Aditya Prabhu can cope up with him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yes, Prabhu. That's what I was telling him. I told him before itself. You see, Prabhu, Himanshu Prabhu, he takes so much austerity. Sometimes you have to stand in crowded bus all the way 2-3 hours in crowded bus. You may have to stand. You have to get prepared for that. He said, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
For him, it will be a real test.
Okay, so you have anything to ask, Prabhu? Any questions? Manu Prabhu here. Manu Prabhu had some questions last time.
Hare Krishna.
Cold, is it cold there in your country?
No, it's just that the little guest house that my mom has, it gets cold for some reason. Even though it's summer, it's very hot outside, but inside this house it's very cold. So I don't need AC.
God, here, I'm just wearing the shirt only for the classes. Rest, I'm just the chadar, I'm just only chadar. Yesterday I got a program, I wore a shirt, and now I got again I put a chadar. It's only chadar I'm managing. Still, it's too much, also too much sweating.
I mean, I miss the heat though. I miss the heat. Even the humidity. I used to live in Florida, Peru. I love the humidity.
Oh, you come Pondicherry, you'll know that. You like or not.
Yeah.
You can see Satyam Prabhu is laughing, he's realizing the heat of Pondicherry. It's too hot, 39 degrees, and it feels like a 49 degree.
All right, 49 degree.
Afternoon 1 o'clock when you go to take bath, the normal water comes more hotter than the heater water.
Wait, what?
Just now that happened with me.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Like hot showers, Like I do have one question, Prabhu. Like yeah, I think I forgot his name, but he was asking the question and I proposed the question in the group chat, like if there's no GBC well that's agreeing with the and everything. And the original 11 Ripviks fell down. So how can we say that we can continue Prabhupada's system? The system is bona fide. It is. But how can we continue it if the people who were supposed to, appoint new Ripviks, they fell down? They're not even participating in Prabhupada's system.
Can you open the letter?
The letter?
Yeah.
Ooh. Which letter, Prabhu?
July 9 letter.
July.
Can you share?
Yes. Hold on now, one moment. Hold on. It's my IA 77.
Prabhu, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it?
Okay. Can I read the letter, Manu Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Okay. To all GBC and temple presidents, dear Maharajas and Prabhus, please accept my humble obeisances at your feet. Recently, when all the GBC members were with His Divine Grace in Vrindavana, Srila Prabhupada indicated that Soon he would appoint some of his senior disciples to act as Ripvik's representatives of the Acharya for the purpose of performing initiations, both for the first initiation and second initiation. His Divine Grace has so far given a list of 11 disciples who will act in that capacity.
Okay, you see here, in this important word is they are Ritvik representatives of the Acharya.
Yes.
And the next
Yes.
important word is the so far as given. So what is the meaning of so far as given?
It means there is to be more.
It's not the final list. In
Yeah.
another place, Prabhupada also, I don't know where it is, Prabhupada also mentioned that others can be added for Ritvik's representatives. Others can also be added. Anybody knows the reference?
Tama's confession.
Can you show the confession?
In Tama,
No,
yes,
no, Prabhu.
Tama's
In IAS 77, it was given actually.
That's what.
That
That
if
only from Tamal's confession.
Can you show that? Swami Prabhu.
One second.
Which page?
The full. It's at the end, Prabhu. It's at the end. Complete full end. That full Tamas confession, that whole transcript is in the end. Like before this index part and all. Yeah, I think this part.
Yeah, it's in the end, Prabhu. It's in
As
the
is
end.
there, it can be added. Yeah, I saw it. Go to
Above,
the
it's just above.
go to the beginning. I mean, of this letter. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth paragraph. In the Tamal confession, fifth paragraph. Next. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, you can read this. One
Yes. One may ask as to what happened after these 11 have passed away and or fallen from grace for any reason. The sentence prior to this list of 11 representatives reads, His Divine Grace has so far given a list of 11 disciples who will act in that capacity. The words so far indicate that there is no indication that to make them the final list, and that is exactly what is confirmed in the point B below. Tamal Krishna, in his confession in 1980, quoted Srila Prabhupada saying, "It is as necessary others may be added."
Okay, just go to
This
the
letter.
You can go to the confession. You can just go search. I mean, go further, search. It's end of this end of the book. End of the book, Tamal Kamaraj confession is there. End of this book, and that fifth paragraph. Yeah, go. Yes, you can see that. Here,
Yes.
come down. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada said.
Srila Prabhupada said, "All right, I will appoint so many."
Go above that. You can start from there. One paragraph. Later on.
Oh. So later on.
Yeah.
Okay. And later on, there was a piled up list for people to get initiated. It was jammed up. I said, Srila Prabhupada, once you want to mention about Ripfix, I don't know what to do. We don't want to approach you, but there are hundreds of devotees devotees names, and I'm just holding all the letters. I don't know what you want to do. Srila Prabhupada said, all right, I'll appoint so many. And he started to name them. he made it very clear that that they were his disciples, and at that point, it was very clear in my mind that they were his disciples. Later, I asked him two questions. One, what about the Brahmananda Swami? I asked this because I happen to have an affection for Brahmananda Swami. So Srila Prabhupada said, no, not unless he is qualified. Before I got ready to type the letter, I asked him too. Srila Prabhupada, is this all, or do you want to add more? He said, as necessary, others may be added. Now, I understand that what he did was very clear. He was physically incapable of performing the function of initiating physically. Therefore, he appointed officiating priests to initiate on his behalf. He appointed 11, and he said very clearly, whoever is nearest he can initiate. This is a very important point because when it comes to initiating, it isn't, however, it is if it isn't whoever is nearest, it's whoever your heart goes, who you repose your faith on. You take initiation from him, but when it's officiating, it's whoever is nearest. He is very clear. His, he named them. They spread all over the world, and he said, "Whoever you're nearest, you approach that person, and they'll check you out. Then, on my behalf, they'll initiate you. It is it is not a question that you repose your faith on that person. Nothing. That's the function of the guru. In order for me to manage this movement, Prabhupada said, I have to form a GBC and I will appoint the following people in order to continue the process of people joining our movement and getting initiated. I have appointed some priests to help me because just just like I cannot physically manage everyone myself, I physically cannot initiate everyone myself. And that's all. And that's all that it was. And I was never any more and it was never any yes. Yes, bro?
Yeah, carry on, carry on.
Okay. And it was never any more than that. If it had been more than that, you can bet your bottom dollar that Srila Prabhupada would have spoken for days and hours and weeks on end about how to set up this thing with the gurus. But he didn't, because he already had said it a million times. He said, my Guru Maharaj did not appoint anyone. It's by qualification. We made a great mistake after Srila Prabhupada's departure. What is the point of these 11 people? May I continue?
Continue.
Yes. Prabhupada showed that it is not just sannyasis. He named two people who were grihastas who can at least be ritiks, showing that they were equal to any sannyasi. So anyone who is spiritually qualified it's always been understood that you cannot accept disciples in the presence of your guru. But when the guru disappears, you cannot accept disciples if you're qualified and someone can repose your faith. Of course, prospective disciples should be fully appraised at how to distinguish who is a proper guru. But if you are a proper guru and your guru is no longer present, that is your right. It's like a man who can procreate. Unfortunately, the GBC did not recognize this point. They immediately decided these 11 people are selected gurus.
This is his own speculation. Let us not go there. Okay. So far, about now he is speaking his own concoction. Okay. So what is the point I wanted to you to understand this letter is that It is not just sannyasis, even grahasthas were Ritviks. So what is the meaning of Ritvik? Bro, can I remove my focus? I can better to see you all and speak. Okay. Okay, so what you understand is that no, not the share. I was saying only the spotlight. So it's easier to see. So the Ritvik means a priest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in Indian marriages, even Christian marriages, there is someone who conduct the marriage, right?
Yes.
But you can just
Yes,
get
Prabhu.
yourself, right, why the person is required.
I
So
mean,
in Indian marriage, like I don't know about the Christian thing, in Indian marriage at least, the marriage can be done simply by the man without the priest. Any samskara, any samskara that I can do myself. I don't need actually another priest to do this. I can very well chant the mantras, and I can, for example, when I was giving annaprasana for my daughter, and I was chanting all the mantras. If I don't know the mantras, then I can call a priest, and then the priest will chant the mantras on my behalf. Otherwise, the mantra is to be chanted by myself. When I am incapable, due to some reasons, then I need a help of some third person. That is how the Indians, I mean, Vedic samskara works. All the samskaras, because I was reading this particular point in the samskara book. So there it was mentioned, the karta, the one who is performing the yajna is called as karta. Karta means the doer. And then the priest is called as Ritvijaha. So, and it is called short form Ritvik, we call like that. So Ritvijaha. So, like that is a priest. So the priest is just representative. But that doesn't mean that you can call anybody from road and then call him as a Ritvik. Ritvik also requires some qualifications. The main qualification is that the person who is acting as Ritvik, he should be very loyal to that karta. You should know that this marriage is not for me, it's for him. You should not think that I am a bride now, I can marry this girl. Now, if you think like that, it's not Ritvik. You should know that I'm just a priest here, and just because the girl is beautiful, you cannot just like marry yourself. And that is the quality of the Ritvik. He should be loyal to the one whom he is representing. On that basis, Prabhupada has selected the people. On that basis, Prabhupada has given the list of people who he felt they are loyal to him. For example, Bhavananda Swami, or they were pedophile. No, in those days itself, he was pedophile, and then there was also a lot of complaints about homosexuality and all those things. But Prabhupada put him because he was very clear in his mind. He is loyal to me. This person is loyal to me. He is just going to represent myself. And that's why in the July 9 letter, he is the disciple of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is mentioned so many times. He is my disciple. He is Prabhupada's disciple. They are not the Ritvik's disciples. So many times the same point is mentioned in one letter. So many times the word is mentioned. So far, these 11 people only should act as Ritvik. There is no doubt about that. Sundar Gopal Prabhu, Madhu Pandit Prabhu, they don't need to do this role of Ritvik. Only these 11 people must do the Ritvik role. But when they spaced out, what we can do, Prabhu? What we can do? You have to find an option, no? This is actually called as emergency, Like, for example, people vote and then they select a particular representatives. They select member of parliaments, and then they are, electing prime minister and finance minister and so many ministers, and then they are making a panel. The panel is ruling the country. But when there is an emergency, everything is completely dissolved and president takes the power. And that time all the system is actually suspended. Similarly, Prabhupada put so much faith on these 11 people And then Prabhupada said that, okay, you 11 are my representatives. And then these 11 people, out of greed, they simply, were dishonest to Prabhupada's loyalty towards them. And then they declared that they are gurus. And then the system got corrupted for 87, 97, for 20 years. For 20 years, 21 years, in fact. 21 years, ISKCON was following this people as guru. Of course, in between, some others also, about 100 more sannyasis were added also. 100 more gurus were chosen also. Right? This is a system that was followed. And 1998 only, this letter came out by the, effort of Sulochan Prabhu and other devotees. And that time, the whole world is witnessing, oh, there is a scam that happened in ISKCON. That time, they don't know what to do. Madhu Pandit Prabhu, Adridharan Prabhu, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, and Krishnakant Prabhu, they 4 of them together. And then, they were thinking what to do. They are also confused, These 11 people supposed to do this role, but they are not doing. And they know Prabhupada is the guru. They know what to do now. And Krishnakant Prabhu said that let us wait for the 11 people to transform the heart. Let us wait for them to change. That is the version of Krishnakant Prabhu. He said, no, this 11 only must do. Let us wait for them. Until then, we will run the show. Krishnakant Prabhu has no temple, no deities, nothing. Madhu Pandit Prabhu has deities. Sundar Gopal Prabhu has deities. Adri Prabhu has deities. So they were waiting for some time, 1 year, and until 2004, they are waiting. 98, 2004, 6 years they're waiting. And then, nothing was happening. In between, meanwhile, they had discussion, the debates, to re-establish Prabhupada as the guru in this movement. And by this 21 years, 25 years, by the time, they already got power, they got the people, they got the fame, they got everything supporting them. So, we cannot speak anything. Then they understood that we cannot get justice in ISKCON. Then only they decided, Madhu Pandit Prabhu, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, Adri Prabhu decided that, okay, wherever we are, we stay, and then we initiate people on behalf of Prabhupada. That's how it started. So from Singapore, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, I think Madhu Pandit Prabhu started in 2004. And of course, that was not done properly, that initiation was not done properly, since it was first time. And whoever got initiated, they initiated them again in 2007 or 8, something like this. They gave a different name again. Something happened there. But 2005, Sri Krishna Mandir Sundar Gopal did in a proper way. And then the system was going on, but Krishnakant don't like this idea. He was not happy with this. They are still waiting. They are saying that simply by reading Prabhupada book or initiated, they are quoting this word, and then they are waiting on this because they have no responsibilities. They just no temple, no deities. So so that is why Sundar Gopal Prabhu is giving initiation. So as Prabhupada clearly mentioned that so far, and Prabhupada also mentioned that as necessary, others can be added. So there are another version also there, some people think that Ritvik is just a priest. Anybody can be Ritvik. That is also not right. Some people say like that. Anybody can be priest. Only priest now. Not everybody going on the street can become priest, no. You want to become priest, there is a qualification required. You should know some Shastra, you should know the philosophy, you should have loyalty to the spiritual master, you should have your sincerity, and then determination and responsibility, and so many things are required. That's why in ISKM is concerned, so far we follow only Sundar Gopal Prabhu as Ritvik representative, but we don't know what will happen, after Prabhu or after 20 years. Of course, we have a long time to go, and how this is going to move, and then that Sundar Gopal Prabhu will decide how it will go in future. For now, see, we are not changing system, We are following what Prabhupada said. Only the thing is that these 11 people are not cooperating, we put somebody else. Right? For example, if Prabhupada says that you get this person translate this book and that person died. So what to do? Stop translating? No. Prabhupada said only that person should translate. Let us not do this work. Is it any intelligence? Right? If that person is died, then ask somebody else to do this now. The point is Prabhupada wanted this. Prabhupada trusted these people and these rascals, they spaced out. I'm sorry for that. They're sannyasis, but these people they spaced out. In that case, what can be done? Then we have to do what is the best possibility. In HKM and ISKM, we are doing the same thing what Prabhupada wanted. We are choosing the best devotee in our camp. For example, HKM, they are using Madhu Pandit Prabhu, Sanchilapati Prabhu, and then here we have Sundar Gopal Prabhu, and then we are using the best person as a Ritvik, and then we are pushing forward. That's it. So as long as the system that Prabhupada wanted is followed, that is fine. Who is doing, John is doing or Peter is doing, doesn't matter. And this is actually emergency situation, not emergency. Emergency situation, some senior devotees must take, that the same book that is there, that Acharya, when Acharya leaves the body, there will be chaos. Sincere devotees will try to put back. Can you show this? Where is it from?
That's in the IA 77.
Yeah. Where is it?
CC Adi.
Yeah, but
Adi
where?
Lila 12:8.
In this book only it is there.
12:8.
Yes. Yeah. Can read.
That was that schism. Prabhupada sense that.
Yeah, it's there already. Somebody else can read.
Is it this whole? Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, Hare Krishna. When the Acharya is physically present, he can forcefully correct the wayward disciple and set things back in order. Srila Prabhupada did this on countless occasions. But when the Acharya leaves, the onus of conduction his mission solely rests upon his disciples. Their sincerity plays the biggest role. If a disciple deliberately disobeys the instructions of the Diksha Guru, and if there are no competent senior Shiksha Gurus to rectify the situation, then chaos reigns. This is what happened to Srila Prabhupada's movement. At first, all the followers of Advaita Acharya shared a single opinion, but later they followed two different opinions, as ordained by Providence. Some of the disciples strictly accepted the orders of the Acharya, and others deviated, independently concocting their own opinions under the spell of Daivi Maya. The order of the spiritual master is the active principle in spiritual life. Anyone who disobeys the order of the spiritual master immediately becomes useless. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 12:8-10.
Can you go up? Yeah.
Yes.
This is the one important. The purport 428-48. Can you read this?
Yes, Prabhu. So firstly, why do deviations take place in general? The main business of human society is to think of the Supreme Personality of Godhead at all times, to become his devotees, to worship the Supreme Lord, and to bow down before him. The Acharya, the authorized representative of the Supreme Lord, establishes the principles, but when he disappears, things once again become disordered. The perfect disciple of the Acharya tried to relieve the situation by sincerely following the instructions of the spiritual master.
This is what happening now. You understand? This is what happening now. This is exactly happening. When Acharya leaves, then there will be chaos. This always happens. When Ramanuja left, that happened. And always when Acharya leaves, then some confusion happens. Yamunacharya left, the confusion happened, and it took some time for Ramanuja to come to the ashram and take in charge. When Bhakti Siddhanta left, also some chaos happened. Then Prabhupada came to take over. Of course, we have taken over Gaudiya Math. There is a reality. Even though we don't use the Gaudiya Math name, wherever Bhakti Siddhanta started, ISKCON continued. Wherever ISKCON will stop, ISKM will continue. But Only the name is different, but no, but the system is going on. It's going on. ISKCON will, two things will happen. ISKCON will collapse or ISKCON will accept Prabhupada. Any of these two must happen. They cannot, see, purity is a force, na? Without purity, how long they can, do this? They cannot do it for a long time. So, the sincere disciples, the perfect disciple Acharya tried to relieve the instruction situation by sincerely following instructions of spiritual master. That is what Sundar Gopal Prabhu is doing. That's why you can see that Prabhupada Sundar Gopal Prabhu is always depending on instruction of the spiritual master. Anything you ask, you always quote. He quote. That is the proof to prove that he is the sincere disciple who is strictly following instruction of spiritual master. He is not giving a speculation. Any question he asks, okay, take down Bhagavatam, 12th canto, 14th chapter. Just, go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, go to Ishwapanishad. And then now, we are Nimai Prabhu, go to Skanda Puran, Vamana Puran.
Yes, Prabhu.
He is going more than that now. So, we have powerful devotees we have. And then the thing is that we are depending on instruction of spiritual master. And that itself is actually a proof that these devotees are the perfect disciple of the Acharya. This is the challenge. For example, if you are, if you are going out for a vacation for about 1-2 months, and then you have a dog in the house, and then you're asking so and so person to give food for the dog, and then that person falls sick, and then you come back and see the dog is dead, and ask what happened, why you never give food for the dog? No, I got sick, I did not give food for the dog. Yeah, you got sick, but somebody else can give the food for the dog. No, you ask me only to give. No, how can others give?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, this is
You said only I should give food for the dog. No, how I can let other person to give the food? Come on now, either you give or let others give. What kind of nonsense it is? Oh, only these 11 should give. Okay, they are not giving. What I should do now? What I should do now? You want the dog to die or what? Just a comparison. It's a comparison. Someone must do. Someone must do the jobs. It is not done by love. They tried. They tried with all the debates, discussion. They tried for 6 years. They tried. 98 to 2004. They tried. But they don't want to accept. What we can do? We have to, just like Bhakti Prabhupada. When Prabhupada went to America, and then he wrote letter to his godbrothers. He said that you please help me to extend my visa. I think he wrote to Madhav Maharaj, if I'm not wrong. He said that you please help me to extend my visa. I will become the worker of your mud. I'll become your worker. And then I produce devotees for disciple for you. He wrote his godbrother. I think it is Madhav Maharaj, if I'm not wrong, or Bon Maharaj. So he said that I'll become a worker of your mud. I'll become worker. I don't want the guru. I don't want any power. But he said, no, I don't want this, because they're envious of Prabhupada. And then Prabhupada tried so much to patch up with his godbrother, tried to work with them, and they're not interested. Then Prabhupada formed ISKCON. What to do? Bhakti Siddhanta never asked Prabhupada to start ISKCON, right? Prabhupada asked him to preach, go to foreign countries and preach. When Gaudiya Math is there, starting ISKCON is offense. If you think that anybody other than Lavan is to become Ritvik is offense, if you think this way, and that is also offense. Actually, it is not offense, because when the Gaudiya Math is not doing what Bhakti Siddhanta wanted, and Prabhupada started doing the same thing in the different name. Similarly, when ISKCON is not doing what Prabhupada wanted, and we have to do this. Any name you can keep, especially, when Prabhupada is starting the Gurukul. And then one devotee told Prabhupada, yes, Prabhupada will make sure that all the ISKCON devotees' children, they will join the Gurukul. And Prabhupada said, ISKCON or FISKCON, I want children, Prabhupada said. It means you don't care about the name. ISKCON or FISKCON, I want devotees, I want children. So Prabhupada really don't care about the name and all those things. So wherever, also Prabhupada said that wherever you are sincerely following, that is ISKCON. Yeah. So these are the proof that this anybody other than this Devan also can become guru. Is it clear, Manu Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Very clear.
Any other points to be added or any questions? Anybody want to add something on this?
Prabhu, as per the will of Prabhupada also, it is very clear that people can be added as an Ritvik Acharya.
Sorry?
As per the will of Prabhupada, the will which he gave, from that also we can clearly see that anybody can be added as Ritvik Acharya, as an initiated disciple of Prabhupada.
Where in the will?
My initiated disciple, he mentioned.
That is for the trustees. That is for the trustees, not for Ritvik representative. That is about the properties.
Okay, Prabhu.
That is actually for the
Prabhu,
properties.
I also have a doubt regarding this, Prabhu. I mean, I read this like at least a month or 2 months ago, so I don't remember exactly. But even I heard that Prabhupada said anyone who's my initiated disciple and who's following the four or like regulative principles, he can also be into the Ritik. Is it so? Because after these people pass away.
He also what? He also?
I'm sorry, Prabhu?
You are not clear. Can you repeat this?
Yes, Prabhu. Am I clear now?
Yeah, clear. Yeah.
Yes. So I was asking that, like after these 11 people, okay, let's say these 11 people were following properly, and after these people pass away, I think Prabhupada had set up a system where any of them can choose another representative, but provided the representative has to be Prabhupada's like initiated disciple who's following the four regulative principles.
No, you are mixing up.
Oh.
Can you show the will? Swami Prabhu, he is mixing up the will and the final order. I mean, Julian and letter.
Where I can find that?
Final order. I mean, sorry, the final. Prabhupada
In
will,
IS 77 only, Prabhu.
not final will, final order. The final will of Prabhupada. Will is there in the same
Okay.
same book. Yeah. Can go to chapter 1. Third section.
Yes, Prabhu.
I think better you go to appendix A. Better. At the end of this book, Prabhupada will is there. No, just go there.
Is this to end? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, at the end, you can see final will is there. Appendix. You are having version 2, I am having version 1. That's why I'm not able to tell the page number to you. Yeah, that is the one. Page number 71. There you can go to the declaration of will. You can read Karti Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Declaration of Will. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, settler of the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, and disciple of Om Vishnupada 108, Sri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada, presently residing at Sri Krishna Balaram Mandir in Vrindavana, will make this my last will. Sorry, make this my last will. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. The governing body commission GBC will be the ultimate managing authority of the entire International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Each temple will be an ISKCON property and will be managed by 3 executive directors. The system of management will continue as it is now and there is no need of any change. 3. Properties in India will be managed by the following executive directors. Should I read this?
That's okay. I mean, he understood the concept right below. Then now Prabhupada is going to name all the people. Who is in charge? Just read only point A. You understand other things. Read the A. Read point A.
Yes, properties at Sri Mayapur Dham Panihati, Haridaspur, and Calcutta. Okay, these people, Guru Kripa Swami, Jayapataka Swami.
Likewise, he's putting all the properties. Okay, then you go further down. Yeah, read.
Yes, Prabhu. The executive directors who have herein been designated are appointed for life. In the event of the death or failure to act for any reason of any of any of the said directors, a successor director or directors may be appointed by the remaining directors, provided the new director is my initiated disciple for following strictly all the rules and regulations of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness as detailed in my books, and provided that there are never less than 3 or more than 5 executive directors acting at one time. Yes, Prabhu.
This is the one you are mixing up. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
This is about the property management and also about the society management. You know, the trust. We have ISKM Pondicherry, we have a trust. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Who is the managing trustee here? Sundar Gopal Prabhu is not here as a, not a trustee here. And then we have some trustees here. And then Balasur has some set of trustees. And Amalapuram has set of trustees. And Singapore has some set of trustees. And Malaysia has different. And then likewise, like different people are there. Prabhupada said it should be 3 ideally, but it can go to 5 maximum. But if someone die, then another person can be appointed. He should be my disciple. But this is different. We're talking about Ritvik representative. This is about GBC. It comes about the management of ISKCON, not the property. Management of the preaching and day-to-day activities and all these things. And that is, for that purpose, one of the parameters initiation, Diksha. For initiation matter, and Prabhupada appointed some 11 so-called loyal people, and they fall down. They become completely, what is it? Illoyal, is it? What is opposite of loyal? Illoyal.
Treacherous.
What is opposite to loyal in English?
Treacherous, like treachery. You betray.
It's given opposite.
Untrustworthy. Anyway.
So like you betray.
Dishonest.
Fickle.
Dishonest. Yeah. There is no word called illoyal, is it?
Disobedient.
Anyway.
Disobedient.
Unloyal, maybe.
Right. Unloyal.
Disobedient.
Disobedient. Yeah, these are all meanings. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the point is that they became like that. Then the emergency came, and then Sundar Gopal Prabhu has taken over, and that is what happening so far in our movement.
So, Prabhu, just to clarify, it's that like since there's an emergency and there is no other go, this cannot stop. That would be foolishness. So, for that, the best Prabhupada disciple, His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu, came and he's carrying forward Prabhupada's movement, right?
You can also see now, but he is not just filling up the Ritvik post, but he is completely filling up the post of that responsible devotee who is taking all the burden in the shoulder.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, that is the thing. It's not only we are picking up someone the best out of the one to become Ritvik. No, and he is the even out of all other Ritvik leaders of the world, but Sundar Gopal Prabhu is completely different. And like he's not just filling the blank, but he is completely taking all the pain on the shoulder. And then of course I was practically with him since 2007. I'm seeing him. Tatay Prabhu is seeing him since 2005. I'm 2 years junior to Tatay Prabhu. I'm junior for 2 years too. So I'm seeing how Sundar Gopal Prabhu, is pushing forward. Practically, that is the beginning of ISKM, I would say. 2005, 6, 7. That is the beginning of ISKM. And that from that only we picked up our Ratha Yatra and the preaching. ISKM name, I think I shared a few times here. And one day I was busy with Janmashtami. I was very busy with Janmashtami. We're very less. I mean, those who are coming to our temple, they will know that how much like busy I will be on the festival times and full workload and last minute, so many things will happen. And then I got a call from Sundar Gopal Prabhu morning. Prabhu called me. Prahlad, what do you think of this name? ISKM. I was completely busy. Yes, Prabhu, nice. It's International Sri Krishna Mandir, you know. It's no more Sri Krishna Mandir. ISKM, what do you think about this? I say, very nice, Prabhu, very nice. And then, like before that, we were discussing in uh, in uh, in Singapore, what can be the name of our movement, international movement. We're discussing like Sri Krishna Mandir International, International Sri Krishna Mandir, and so many things we discussed. So somebody gave that as Sri Krishna Mandir International, look like a hotel name. Let us have it International Sri Krishna Mandir. So likewise, it has come. Otherwise, this is how I'm seeing practically how Prabhu is carrying all the burden, and then is now we can see the first generation have come. First generation is ourselves, like myself, Tatoi Prabhu, Vajikishore Prabhu, and then like they are all first generations. And then the next is Nimai Prabhu, he came after that. Because he can say practically he was the first generation, but he's little bit, he came later, about 2010, 11, that time he came. And then you are all the next, you are all actually completely a second generation. Like you are trying to taking to next level by making the shorts and making the videos and then going to colleges and Ayyappa Prabhu, make some pick up voice, and then like we are trying to bring the next level. Then now you are also preaching to next level. Like Karthik Prabhu is trying to help all the fallen souls in VIT. He's working hard how to deliver them. Uh, so likewise, you are also trying your best, and then Manu Prabhu is trying his best in that American countries, and like Sami Prabhu is trying. So likewise, we are also going for third generation. So likewise, the thing will develop. But this all started by this one man, Sundar Gopal Prabhu. So that is why he's a qualified representative of Prabhupada. He knows the philosophy, and he knows the responsibility, and he's sincere, and he is not just preaching but also following. I don't know whether you saw this or not. Um, Actually, there was a very interesting quote of Prabhupada is posted in Krishna Inspiration. 2 days back, knowing philosophy is better, but following is more better than that. Wait a minute. Why Vijay Chaitanya left Krishna Inspiration? Everything is okay? I hope there is no problem there.
Prabhu, can I ask you one question, like in the middle of this?
Just a minute now. Can
Like,
please wait now. Just a minute.
I'm sorry, I didn't listen.
You can see this. You can read this. Are you seeing?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Read
Yeah.
this.
Which one, Prabhu? This one? Okay, yeah. Philosophy is the highest, but even higher than philosophy is the practice of philosophy. So if you simply remain pure, your preaching will have effect. Okay.
So this is the specialty of Sundar Gopal Prabhu. Is not just like talking something and doing something. He's completely is following what he's doing. So it's not just filling the blank. At the present moment, I can say that he is the best candidate for representing Prabhupada in all aspects. And who was the one who wanted to ask question in between?
Zero, Prabhu.
Okay, yeah, carry on, Prabhu. Hero, Prabhu.
Yeah, I was going to ask about is he the only one? Like, did all the others deviate, like go the wrong way?
Others means who?
I already forgot the name. The temple ISKM.
No, for not like that. For ISKM, one person is sufficient for now. We are not that big that we need so many people now. When we are growing so big, one person cannot handle, and that time we will decide what to do. For now, we are not that big that like we need so many representatives.
No, I mean, like when he like when it was established, were there all the other devotees like deviate who went to ISKCON, and you know, when was it, 1977 when he was initiated? Were there other devotees who were initiated back then? Did they all the others deviate, like go the wrong way?
Others means who? I don't understand. Like, or can someone explain me what does he mean? Others means who? Who are the others?
The ISKCON, like the people.
You mean the,
Maybe maybe Sundar Gopal Prabhu God brothers, he means.
you're talking about the 11 in the July 9 letter, or
I kind of meant that did he have any brothers? Like, was he the only one who followed Srila
Yeah, like-
Prabhupada the right way?
Yeah,
it is not like that. That many can follow, but the leader should be, you know, one. No? There are so many people following Prabhupada sincerely in ISKM, no doubts about that. But he is the leader. That's it. And for now, we don't have a shortage of any representatives. And so there is no question of what about others. When that question comes, you know, we'll think about that.
Yes, Prabhu. I think he maybe meant that like other Ritviks that noticed when Shulochana Prabhu wrote this letter that there were other Ritviks like Madhu Pandit Prabhu, and like he maybe meant them, that did they.
I'm yeah, correct. I'm talking about within ISKM. Okay, I'm not comparing the outside ISKM. Okay, in HKM, yeah, Madhu Pandit Prabhu is doing, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about within ISKM. Okay, I'm not talking comparing ISKM and HKM. I'm not doing that.
Prabhu, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Prabhu, but like this doubt is kind of comparing us to like HKM and all. So is it okay if I ask here?
Yes, yes.
See, Prabhu, so like I was just scrolling in YouTube and then I saw there was this one sannyasi from ISKCON Bangalore. And then Ayappa Prabhu told me that he got his initiation from Madhu Pandit Prabhu. But Madhu, actually, to get sannyasi Diksha, you need to get from another sannyasi, right?
No, wrong information.
Oh, okay.
He did not get from Madhu Pandit Prabhu. He got from some sannyasi from Vrindavan, if I am not wrong. But it is not disclosed. We don't want to mention the Guru's name because people will you know, like question the authority of the authenticity of the initiation and all, and then start making some comments, and that's why he's not telling the Guru's name. Definitely, Madhu Pandit Prabhu did not give initiation, sannyas initiation. That is the wrong information.
Yes, Prabhu, yes, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, like you were saying that like one of the qualities to become a Ritik Acharya is that you have to be very loyal to Prabhupada. And meaning of loyal means that you have to follow all of Prabhupada's instructions properly, like His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu. So, but if we see Madhu Pandit Prabhu, like there's a mix, like so much mixing is happening in ISKCON Bangalore. So how will that affect the authenticity of him being the representative of Prabhupada?
That is why I say that Sundar Gopal Prabhu is better because he's not deviating anything. Representative means you must represent everything. Of course,
Yes,
Madhu Pandit Prabhu's intention is good, you know, he's trying to keep Prabhupada in center and all those things. But 100% is not representing the moods of Prabhupada. I mean, like representative means 100% my representative now. But one good thing is that he's telling Prabhupada is Guru, and he's doing his best to, you know, like develop this movement. And then, but the point is that he's changing the mood of that our movement. It is going towards the Sri Vaishnava, you know, and then too much about the rituals, and then like yajnas and so many. It's going in that direction, but that is not clearly representing the Prabhupada's Gaudiya Siddhanta. And I mean, like that is why I say that, you know, we are fortunate to be in ISKM.
yes, Prabhu.
Because wait, see, the moment you start changing things, and the change is, you know, like at the beginning it will be this much, but when you grow, you know, it will go very far.
Yes, Prabhu.
Go very far. For example, when I went to Vaikuntha Hill Temple, I felt that I'm completely in some Sri Vaishnava temple. I did not have any feel of, you know, I'm standing in some Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lineage temple. when Vaikunta Hill, that is Rajaji Raja temple now in Bangalore. It's completely Sri Vaishnava, everything. Balaji is there, and then Lakshmi Devi is there, and Prabhupada Murti also like Alvars, and then like and all reverence mood was there. So that is not what Prabhupada wanted. So that is what I would say that to represent there need to be some qualification. Some qualification must be, otherwise you cannot represent. But of course, we don't try to talk too much about this in public because that will create some doubt among the people. You Ritviks are fighting, they will start talking. We are not fighting. We are not happy because they are changing. That's it. Why you cannot? We have a lot of respect for Madhupandit Prabhu. At least I have personally a lot of respect for him. But I like him as a manager. I like him as a leader. How he is controlling the whole movement. Nicely is. But philosophically and then operational wise, and then how the movement is taken forward, that I'm not very happy. And that is not what Prabhupada wanted.
Yes, Prabhu, I understood. Prabhu.
Anything
Prabhu,
else?
yeah, Prabhu, regarding this, the cheater and the cheated. So like we find that, sometimes in ISKCON, there are people who are well versed in Prabhupada books, and then, they're chanting, they're doing all of this, Mangalarti and so on. But yet still, yes, but still they do not come to the conclusion that Prabhupada is the founder Acharya, he is the sole Diksha Guru, and everyone is Diksha Guru. Is it because of some karmic influence, or is it because they willingly just want to get cheated, or what is this about?
They don't want to know about this. Their search, the seeking is not genuine. They deserve that kind of guru. If you are, all depends upon the seeking, no? Etamam prapadyante, tam tadeva bhajamyaham, namavartmana vartante. Right? You know that verse?
No, Prabhu.
Chapter, or Swami Prabhu can show 4:10.
Yes, Prabhu.
Namavartmana vartante. Manusha Partha.
4:10.
4:11, sorry. 4:11.
Yes, Prabhu.
Read the translation.
Yes, Prabhu. 1 minute.
Make it bigger, Prabhu, slightly.
Yeah. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha.
So as you surrender, Krishna rewards. If you seek for a pure devotee, he will give you pure devotee. If you are searching for some emotional kind of a friendly devotee as a guru, you want a friendly guru, then Krishna give a friendly guru to you. Like you can lick the feet of guru, and then you can put your hands on the guru's shoulder, and then you can dance with the guru. You saw, right, that licking photo you saw.
No, Prabhu, I don't want to see.
He is licking the feet of guru. It means he is taking the nectar from guru's feet. It seems he's taking the nectar from guru's lotus feet. That Madhava Das, the famous singer, licking the feet of Bir Goswami. And
Oh, there's some connection problem.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh, okay.
Oh, who is that licking the feet of? Who is that guy? Anybody knows?
Oh, which guy?
Prabhuji was telling about a guy was licking the feet of a Guru Maharaj.
Yes, it was like some Madhav Prabhu. He was licking the feet of uh of one of the gurus and everything. I forgot his name. Yeah, apparently this Prabhu is a
Yeah,
near.
he's the famous Kirtaniya.
That Madhava's rock band.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Prabhu's
No, not Madhava
Dandot
Prabhu.
Pranam Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu,
There is
not
some
Madhava.
network issue here, so Prabhu is just joining again. Yeah.
Right, no issues, bro. No issues. No, not the Madhava's rock band. That is different. This Madhava Das is different.
Okay, Prabhu.
If I find an image, I'll share it.
Please do, Prabhu. Please. Want to see what kind of nectar
Yeah.
is it?
No, oh no.
Hare- you see, he looks like a like I don't know, some crazy person.
Love the expression of Manu Prabhu.
Manu Prabhu has a hearty laugh.
Manu,
Laugh
Manu Prabhu's
like
expression.
it's like you know like that Sally Agarwal describes Prabhupada's laughter as oceanic. Like that, like Manu Prabhu's laugh is like oceanic laugh.
When
Like the bright white smile on his face.
usually people say like I laugh like an old man.
No, that's why like an oceanic laugh, like Prabhupada.
The laugh is all. It seems almost pure. No, nothing hidden. Anything. No hidden agenda. Everything is pure. So the laugh is also pure of Manu Prabhu.
I mean, Joe Prabhupada, he's the one who brought me the smile. And so I have to give praise to him.
See, so many useless things I have listed here.
Useless. Anyone who disobeys, useless. And you have different, useless. Both
Useful
factions.
quotes about useless people.
Useless.
All
That is
useless.
Shastra, no?
Useless.
Useful
One,
quotes about useless people.
two, three. All useless. Put the name of 11 Ritvik also. Useless.
Okay, what are they even doing there? If they're, they're not really serving. Like what? It's useless. So what is it they're doing? Their own.
They're enjoying.
Sense gratification, Prabhu.
Yeah.
That's
The nice temples and everything. They're enjoying the properties and all the thing that Prabhupada got. They're traveling here and there from temple to temple, enjoying free food. They're doing like this. They see it like free hotel service,
They are enjoying the hospitality of Maya.
Yes, Oh, this is nice one from Bhagavatam.
Where's Prahlad Prabhu?
He's disconnected, so we're waiting for him to be connected back.
Okay, Prabhu.
How is this? Can someone recite this, Subramanya Prabhu?
That 12.
Is this Prabhu?
Is that 12?
Yadina samudharanti yatayo hridi kama
Is this Brahma Samhita tune or is it even longer?
Yadina samudharanti yatayo hridi kama jata duradhigamo satam hridi gato smarakantamani. Yes. Yadina samudharanti yatayo hridi kama jata duradhigamo
सतां हृदि गतो स्मृतकण्ठमणिः असुतृपयोगिनाम् उभयतोऽप्यसुखं भगवन् अनपगतान्तकात् अनधिरूढपदात् भवतः.
Here is
I think it
hard
is,
words like
yeah,
this
that
is hard one.
one only.
I think it's 16 syllables, right? If I counted right.
Hey, Krishna Prahlad Prabhu, Tamasanan Jasha Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
It's still
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
He's still
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, some network issue.
Hare Krishna Prabhu,
Sorry
Dandavat
for
Pranam.
restarting.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Yes,
I'm
Prabhu,
good.
carry on. You can continue your discussion.
Prabhu, you are only saying that like they will get the kind of guru that they want. They won't get the right
Yeah.
guru.
Correct. That is the thing. So is this point clear? Karti Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. I understand, Prabhu.
So anything else on this topic or anything else other than this?
I do have one question. Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, carry on.
So when I was out, I got a donation from a homeless person. He got free stuff from a store and everything, and he gave it to me. He didn't take a book, but I'm just asking, will that the things that he gave to me contaminate me? Like they're fresh, they're brand new, they're not open, but I'm just thinking maybe the consciousness behind it will contaminate me. I offered it to Prabhupada, but I was thinking, should I keep it? Like he gave like thermals. He gave like new socks, and he gave like they're like fresh, brand new, like fresh out of the box. And I saw on the price tag that they gave it on clearance on free, like no price. It's like a legit. And I'm thinking like, will I be implicated, or should I accept this?
According to Shastra, there are two people can receive donation. One is a Brahmana, another one is sannyasi. Apart from these two people, nobody can collect donations. Since you are preaching, you naturally comes under category of Brahmana. And you should qualify for that. And you should act like that. Then the karma will not touch you. But if you act like a Kripana, thinking that, okay, I'm getting nice, I can go to 10 more houses, I can get 10 more thermals, and then you are not qualified. Then the sin will touch you. If you don't need this, you can also sell it and make the money and buy the books. If you need, you can take it. Whatever if he gives, if that is for your need, then you can take. If it is not required for you, then you can sell it off and make money out of that.
Okay.
You can buy something for the preaching. Yeah. You can read that Samya Bro.
So this highlighted portion is that 30 Charity should actually be given to Brahmanas and sannyasis because whatever money they get, they spend for Krishna. Whatever charity one gives to a Brahmana goes to Krishna, who says in the Bhagavad Gita, Yat karosi yat asnasi yat juhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva mat arpanam. Yeah, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me.
Ironic for life. That's clear, Manu Prabhu. So if you think that you are a preacher, and then if you are really preaching, and then that reaction will not touch you. But if you are getting happy with this, then then that means the karma will definitely touch you. Someone will say no, then you want to use it, or you want to use the money for some other preaching, that's fine. Yeah.
Yes, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, the moment you preach, people will see you as a Brahmana only. That's good, actually. If he gives you, that is good. But inside ourselves, we should think, am I qualified for this? Am I qualified for this? And then that will take you to next level, that I should get qualified for this. Otherwise, I mean, that is why Sundar Gopal Prabhu always tell me, if you don't preach, you will fall down. If you preach, people will treat you like a god. And then you think, am I qualified for this? No, I'm not qualified for this. Then you are forced. Yes, I should qualify myself. I should act. I cannot just only talk. I should also act now. Yeah. If you are not getting disturbed by the gift you are getting, it means you are a Brahmana. If you are getting disturbed by the gift you are getting, it means we are Kripana. If you are in the Kripana mindset, then you should not. I'm not telling about you. I'm telling about the general philosophy.
Yes.
I'm not telling anything.
I mean,
I'm just telling.
Hey, like if I have to confess, I'm a Kirtana.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm telling the general philosophy. And if a person is getting disturbed, for example, today morning, I mean, it happened that someone new couple, they came to the temple, and then they touched the feet of one senior devotee here, and then after that the devotee, she's started shouting at the young boys, you see, everybody is touching my feet, you're not touching my feet. That is Maya, you see, that is Maya. So the touching the feet disturbed, that created some pride in the heart, because that person is not philosophically inclined. That's why, if he's philosophically inclined, then he won't think like that. Clear. So that whatever the more you get, like for example, Nimai Prabhu, Tatvi Prabhu, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, like even ourselves. Now, we are getting a lot of respects, a lot of fame, and then like people will come. Sometimes people will also want to touch the feet, and so many things will happen. And we have to more and more we grow, more and more we should be humble, and then accept only what is required. What is not required, don't accept it, or you accept it and trans mean like make it as money, or then you buy some books, or use for your transport expenses for preaching. You know that Sanatan Goswami, when he take sannyas, and then like he left everything, all the properties, everything he left, and then he went to is it Vrindavan? Yeah, I think Vrindavan. So he went to Vrindavan and then went Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, I think Mayapur. I think Vrindavan. Yeah, and he went there to meet actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was wearing one like blanket. just like you were wearing, right? The kind of blanket he was wearing. But that blanket is very expensive, and that was made of, like.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Was it like silk?
Yeah. So it was made of gems and stones, and because he did not buy it, he was having it, so he was just using it. And then after some time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was talking to him. He was just looking at the blanket only. He's sannyasi, and why are you wearing like this? But otherwise, on the contrary, he has given up all these possessions. Everything he has given up. He's just having only this blanket with him. That disturbed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then what he did, he just went to one boatman, Sanatana Goswami. He said, "Can you do me a favor?" What is the favor? Can we exchange our blankets? You asked that? Yeah. Now you can read this.
It's true. Lord Chaitanya was very much pleased by this behavior of Sanatana Goswami. I think, but he noticed the valuable blanket that was given to him by his brother-in-law while he en route to Baniers. Although Lord Chaitanya was overlooking the garment of his body on his body, and therefore Sanatana Goswami decided to get rid of it. He got zoomed out.
Webcast is now disconnected.
Now I'm definitely kind of squinting like an old man.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Wait, I'll see if I can.
Oh, yes, perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Sanatana understood that he did not approve of such a valuable garment on his body, and therefore Sanatana decided to get rid of it. He immediately went on, and there he saw a merchant washing an old quilt. Then Sanatana asked him to trade the old quilt for the valuable blanket. The poor merchant thought that Sanatana was joking. How is this? The merchant upbraided him. You appear to be a very nice gentleman, but you're mocking me in this unmannerly way. I'm not joking with you, Sanatana informed him. I'm very serious. Will you kindly exchange that torn quilt for this blanket? Finally, the merchant exchanged the torn quilt for the blanket, and Sanatana returned to the Lord. Where's your valuable blanket, Lord? The Lord made tired. Sanatana informed him about the change, and the Lord loved for this and thanked him. You are intelligent enough. You have now exhausted all your attractions for material wealth. In other words, the Lord accepts a person who is for devotional service only when he is completely free from all material possessions. The Lord then told Sanatana, it would not look good for you to be a merchant and beg door to door with such a valuable blanket on your body. It is contradictory, and people would look on it with abhorrence. Whatever I'm doing to become free from material attachment, it's all your mercy. Sanatana replied. The Lord is very much pleased with him, and both of them discuss spiritual advancement. Hare Krishna.
So he exchanged the blanket.
Wow.
I saw this. You read that? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu, can hear you, Prabhu.
Network problem here. So that is why you see here, like Sanatana Goswami is sannyasi. He doesn't need money, but we are preachers. We don't need to give it to a boatman and be foolish. We can sell it and make money and buy some books and distribute. Yeah. You don't need to give it to somebody. Sell it off, make some money, and use it for Krishna service. That's what we should do. So don't worry, you are qualified. No worry about that. So you can accept charity.
Yeah. I just got
Anything
called.
else?
Do have one question. It's a mental speculation I want to get cleared up. So true that there are verses arranged for people individually to like like in the spy movie, there's like a because of like a certain code word, right? Is it like that for some like if there's one sloka that kind of connects like a birthstone or like a consolation?
The voice is breaking.
Yeah, hold on. I have a place I want to get cleared up. Is it
Also,
am I clear now?
Clear, yes.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you can hear you. Yes, carry on.
Okay. Yeah, so I have a mental speculation I want to get cleared up. Is it true that there are some verses arranged for people individually that kind of evokes people to kind of wake up? It kind of like makes them perk up in attention to reawaken them, kind of like a sleeper agent in the movie, where the sleeper agent only is activated by like a certain code word, right? And so like that, like is it assigned to some people individually, some slokas, like a birthstone or a consolation is connected to a person? Because for me, like Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 14, it seems like a common theme that I think about a lot. Hello?
Yes, there is delay, I see.
Yeah, but you understood the question?
Not fully, because there is some echo coming from. I think it's coming from your microphone, so it's hard to hear.
So you mean to say that I'm understanding Satyam Prabhu that you mean to say that like is there a specific verse for every person?
Yes.
That will like what you need. Example, if I look at a place, some will appreciate the color, some will appreciate the concept, some will appreciate the peacefulness, some will appreciate the locality, some will appreciate the altitude, height, and it all depends upon the view of the person who is seeing it. And if you are a lusty person, then we like the verse more, that helps us to come out lusty desire. And if you are a greedy person, we like the verse that that is more about how to come out of the greed. If you are more of anger, then you like a verse that helps you to come out of anger. So this whole scripture is like a doctor that gives what is required for you. So that is why some verse is captivating to some and others are captivated by something else. Not one verse, but it can be a set of verses also. It can be a set of verses also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. And I have one more question, Prabhu. Just to clear up mental speculation. And there is one verse.
Can it be? Is it ready for you to be a little louder? Is it only for me or because I'm using some Bluetooth device and all, but I don't know.
I can go a little bit louder. Hold on.
Yes, but Prahlad Prabhu, I think you need to mute when Manu Prabhu speaks because there is a lot of echo coming.
Oh, because I've connected a Bluetooth device. Okay, wait
Yes.
just a minute. I'm trying to connect back to the computer. Give me a moment. Then it will be easier.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm not loud enough, I have a.
Yes, your voice is good, Prabhu.
Okay, good. My question is, it's a mental speculation, but there's a verse where it is said that we can't repay the guru, so we have to be before the guru with folded palms with water in our hands. So what's the meaning behind the water that we carry in our palms? We can't repay the guru, but we give the guru water. Is it related to how Krishna is the taste of water, and we're just only giving that, or that Krishna, or is it the fact that the water represents how we reflect on the spiritual master's instruction?
So what is the reference of this?
I have to find this logo, but
I never heard this whole water in the hand. Anybody heard this one?
I have to find that one actually.
You know, Sami Prabhu, you know what he means?
Prabhu, can you repeat it?
Yes, there's a verse about how you cannot repay the guru. You have to. It's in a purport somewhere. Somewhere in Chaitanya Charitamrita, where you cannot repay the guru. So the disciple goes before his guru with folded palms, carrying just water in his hands because he can't even repay the guru.
One second.
I think you are mixing something. We can never.
Yeah, it's definitely mixed. I don't have a proper memory, but ever since I heard about, ever since Sundar Gopal Prabhu showed me that reference.
We can never spiritual master, you know.
Yes.
At any point of time, we can only serve him with the best capacity.
So, I wish I had the reference so we can look at the verse, because like
you can search for and discuss next week.
Yeah, next week or something.
But I'm sure there is no such thing like this. I mean, I cannot be overconfident, but as far as I know, but I don't think so. Carrying a water in the hand is how to repay by carrying water.
Like we're not repaying him with the water, but we're just with folded palms, like giving just water.
One devotee was doing that. What's his name? That what is difficulty? Sudhakirti. Shrudagiti Prabhu was holding water for Prabhupada.
Oh, Hebo.
And he was that was the
I
first
think
that was the first test for Shrudagiti Prabhu. Like Prabhupada was looking for some assistant, and Tamal Krishna Maharaj introduced Shrudagiti Prabhu for Prabhupada's personal assistant. The first test for him is that he was asked to hold the toilet, like a bowl of Prabhupada, like lota.
yes.
Like he was asked to carry water. That is to test his patience level, because the servant of Guru must be very patient. He cannot argue back and shout back. And that's why the test was given to him to carry the water in his lota.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, actually, yes, this is the one. So Prithu Maharaj, yes, 422-47.
Read.
Yes. Prithu Maharaj continued, how can a person who have rendered unlimited service by explaining the path of self-realization in relation to Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose explanations are given for our enlightenment with complete conviction in Vedic evidence, be repaid except by folded palms containing water for their satisfaction? Such great personalities can be satisfied only by their own activities, which are distributed amongst human society out of their unlimited mercy. This is the verse. Oh, Krishna. Purport. Is there a long purport? Anyway, that's fine. Generally, great personalities of the material world are very eager to render welfare service to human society. But actually, no one can render better service than the one who distributes the knowledge of spiritual realization in relation with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All living entities are within the clutches of the illusory energy, forgetting their real identity. They, however, in material existence, transmigrating from one body to another in search of a peaceful life. Since these living entities have very little knowledge of self-realization, they are not getting any relief, although they are very anxious to attain peace of mind and of some substantial happiness. Saintly persons like Kumaras, Narada, Prahlada, Janaka, Sukadeva Goswami, Kapila Deva, as well as the followers of such authorities, as the Vaishnava Acharyas and their servants can render valuable service to humanity by disseminating knowledge of the relationship between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the living entities. Such knowledge is a perfect benediction for humanity. Knowledge of Krishna is such a great gift that it is impossible to repay the benefactor. Therefore, Prithu Maharaj requested the Kumaras to be satisfied by their preliminary activities in delivering souls from the clutches of Maya. The king saw that there was no other way to satisfy them for their exalted activities. The word Vinoda Patram can be divided into two words, Vina and Udaha Patram, or can be understood as one word, Vinoda Patram, which means joker. A joker's activity simply arouses laughter, and a person who tries to repay the spiritual master or teacher of the transcendental message of Krishna becomes a laughingstock, just like a joker, because it is not possible to repay a debt. The best friend and benefactor of all people is one who awakens humanity to its original Krishna consciousness.
Now you understand the meaning of this. So you cannot get sad. Now you read the translation. Go to translation one more time. Prithu Maharaj continued, how can such person who have rendered unlimited service explaining the path of self-realization in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whose explanations are given for our enlightenment with complete conviction and Vedic evidence. Be repaid except by folded palms containing water for their satisfaction. Such great personalities can be satisfied only by their own activities, which are distributed amongst the human society out of their unlimited mercy. So, I mean, this like it means that explains some. It means like nobody can be satisfied just simply giving water. So the next word explains the great personalities can be satisfied only by their own activities. That is the key word here. Like nobody can satisfy the spiritual master. So that is why you should read the purport to understand. If you don't understand the translation, then always go to the purport. The purport
Yes.
is
That's true.
There is nice Tattva Prabhu's video about this also.
Yeah, I can play.
In the service of Prabhupada, it's not enough. Birth after birth after birth for millions of births. Not enough. We cannot repay. Janme Janme Prabhushe Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita. Not just one birth. That means even if this life I have given in the service of Prabhupada, it's not enough. Birth after birth for millions of births. Not enough. We cannot repay. Yaidrishi Bhagavato Gatiratmavada Ekantato Nigamibhi Pratipaditanaha Tushyantvadabhrakarunaha Swakritena Nityam Ko Nama Tat Pratikaroti Vinodapatram. See? Vinodapatram means joker. Of course, there is two meanings of Vinodapatram. We will see that. This is Chakshudan Diloje. Prithu Maharaj continued, how can such persons who have rendered unlimited service by explaining the path of self-realization in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and whose explanations are given for our enlightenment with complete conviction and Vedic evidence be repaid except by folded palms containing water for their satisfaction? Such great personalities can be satisfied only by their own activities, which are distributed amongst human society out of their unlimited mercy. Swakritena nityam. Tushyanto adabhra karunaha swakritena nityam. Nobody can repay them. They have to be satisfied with their own activities. And konama tat pratikaroti vinodapatram. Now vinodapatram is explained in two ways. The word vinodapatram can be divided into two words. Vina udapatram. Vina udapatram means water in the palms. That is the meaning that is explained in the translation. But it can also be understood as Vinoda as one word, Vinoda Patram, which means a joker. A joker's activities simply arouse laughter, and a person who tries to repay the spiritual master or teacher of the transcendental message of Krishna becomes a laughing stock just like a joker, because it is not possible to repay such a debt. The best friend and benefactor of all people is one who awakens humanity to its original Krishna consciousness. See, he is a joker. If he is trying to repay, he is a laughing stock. So we can never repay. Janme Janme Prabhushe. In my life after birth, he is my Lord.
Yes. Very nice explanation. Yeah, we cannot satisfy a spiritual master at any cost. So anything else?
And thank you. Cleared my mental speculation. So next time I shall try to find the verse and read the purport, not speculate.
But mostly it will be clear. That's fine. No issues. 422, because I am also learning, 422, 47. I like this verse, prayers of Prithu Maharaj. Wow, powerful prayers. Very powerful prayers. I think two verses before this is the banker verse.
Banker
verse is, I think, two verses before that. 45, go to 45. No, not this. I think next chapter. It's fine, leave it. Not this chapter. I think it'll be chapter 23. 45. Yeah, this one. Go to 43, 45, 45th verse. Yeah, correct. This was okay, correct. So it is not related to the topic. It's fine. I just wanted to know this. Yeah. Anything else? I mean, later we can read this very nice purport of this sloka, but not related to this topic. So you can read later on. How Prabhupada this, how this Kumaras talking the glorious Brahmanas. Okay.
Wow.
Dilip Prabhu came for Mangalarti today. Let us pray for him. Let us be all serious devotees bless him. More serious. Yesterday, whole day he was serving. And then he came to drop the devotees in the bike yesterday. And again today morning he came for Mangalarti. So all bless him that he should become a very nice devotee.
And I pray that he becomes a staunch devotee, Prabhu. A staunch.
The bike was not mine, Prabhu's bike.
No, bike is not mine. Prabhupada's bike. Temple bike. I have nothing in this. I'm just sitting in this seat. This seat also doesn't belong to me. I'm just sitting here. Nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to Prabhupada. I'm just managing his property. That is responsibility. Because when Himanshu Prabhu is there, he can ride bike. And like he's not here. So I requested him to drive back the devotees to the temple. So then I said, you take the bike. It is too late. That time, no bus. I said, you come tomorrow. He said, I'll come for Mangalarti. He said, very nice. When you come Mangalarti, I told him. Attended Mangalarti. How many rounds you chanted today?
I think four, I guess.
Four only.
Four.
Whole chanting time you are chanting.
No, from
Until 7:30, 8 o'clock you are chanting.
yes, no, but I got some sleep.
Slept, huh?
Yes, I was sleeping at the time.
No problem. You're tired, no? It's okay. No issues. Okay, good start. Huh? You keep coming. So if this chanting session is not taken serious again and again, so we have come to a conclusion that if anybody want the initiation, they should be personally in Pondicherry or any of our centers, or we have to monitor them through this chanting session and reading session as much as possible. But the chanting is most important thing. And if you can come reading session also, then you have more advantage for getting initiation. Otherwise, we cannot, I'm sorry, we cannot recommend anybody who is not coming for morning japa session. So we have to consider the percentage of like attendance, So we'll call your name and you say present sir, present miss, you have to say this, like school. See here, this is the beats have come for devotees getting initiated on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
The devotees initiated, their beats have come from Singapore. Prabhu chanted. Okay, you also should have a beats like this. Every day we will do now polls on group. Polls on group to keep track of who is chanting.
Yes, Prabhu, like we did today, if you can see here, this one. We're gonna do this every day. We're gonna send the group, and then we're gonna see who finished 16, who did less than 8, who did over 8.
Yeah, but the main thing is that how many rounds they chant in the morning. That is what I'm more keen to know about.
Okay, Prabhu.
This is okay. They will. I mean, we have to take their words that they are chanting. That's fine. Yeah. But the morning chanting is very important. I want to have the attendance. Like maybe you can track it with some Excel sheet with the devotee's name.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
First, second, third, 4, 5. And I want to know once in a month how many days they are. In a month, how many days they come for the chanting. Outside India, I don't know how to track. I don't know, but within India we can do this.
Yeah, let's start first the tracking in India.
Why you are not getting initiated?
Who, Prabhu?
Yeah, yourself. You are ready, right?
Yes, Prabhu, but how I'm thinking how I will get to the temple.
Huh?
I'm thinking how I will get to the temple. Any temple, Singapore or Pondicherry. I'm thinking that when I come, then I can.
From Prabhupada. I think you're following, right? You're waking up in the morning.
Yes, Prabhu, but it's still 5:30. I would like to it be more earlier, like 4:30 at least.
I don't know, bro. Depends upon the what time is the Mangalarti in Finland temple? ISKCON temple.
They don't do every day. That's the thing. They only do like once a week.
But at least they printed something that Mangalarti time is this.
Yeah, I think I think they do like the first program, open program is like 7 a.m. But before they start, maybe 5:30 or around like that.
I don't know. 5:30 also okay. Depends upon the country, you know. You cannot go 4:30 to all the countries. Sometime, like for example, Singapore, the sunrise by 7 o'clock. For that, 5 o'clock is very good. 5 o'clock Mangalarti is very good for Singapore.
Yes, Prabhu.
But for you, the sunrise sometime 2 o'clock in the morning also in Finland. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we can ask Sundar Gopal Prabhu determine the Mangalarti time for Finland.
Yes, Prabhu. This Dimitri Prabhu asked about this, that like how that is it beneficial to get up like when the Mangalarati time is and then go to sleep, and Sundar Gopal Prabhu said that yeah, that would be like, if one can do that would be like good, because Dimitri Prabhu's Mangalarati is even earlier than mine. It's like sunrise is 2:40 or something like that, and Sundar Gopal Prabhu said that he can get up that time and chant few rounds and then go sleep and later get up again. But I don't know, getting up in middle of night, and then for me it would get a little bit like hard to get used to. So I've been just keeping the
Russia
5.
has ISKCON, Prabhu. Russia has ISKCON temple. Russia has ISKCON.
Russia?
Has
Yes.
ISKCON.
Yes, Prabhu, yes.
I mean, proper temple, big temple.
Moscow, Russia, Moscow.
Moscow. But Russia also same, right? Like your country, the sunrise timing and everything.
Yeah, sunrise is a little bit earlier there, like 1 hour earlier, but it's the same.
But the pattern is same, right?
Yeah.
And so you can try to find out how they are doing in ISKCON. They're doing for so many years, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Try to find out how they are doing and what time they're doing, how they manage this odd timings and all. You find out.
Okay.
Because I cannot guide you on this matter, because I myself am puzzled now how they are practicing this.
Yes, Prabhu.
You know, you can talk to them and find out how they are doing in Russia.
Yes,
Try to
Prabhu.
get some devotees and then ask them, see what they say. Accordingly, we'll decide. Okay.
Okay, Prabhu.
So we will start this on Ekadasi day. So before that, Subramaniam Prabhu and Sami Prabhu has to come up with some Excel sheet or something.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
The Google Docs. So for me to see every time, you know, whenever. So that's a way, you know, we can also, because we don't come Mangalarti, then, you know, it's simply wasting time. You know?
Yeah.
Simply wasting time. We are not coming Mangalarti and eating outside food, then it is simply wasting time. At least eating food is outside food is next level. First is chanting. You chant properly, then Krishna will give you idea how to get prasad.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that's true.
He's how to get without onion garlic as a first step. Okay. Thank you so much for all your association. That's a disease. One person beyond everybody will continue.
Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 verse 11. No, 4 verse 22. The great man, we're just following the great man rule.
Yes,
no, that is third chapter, 21st, 321.
Oh, 320. Oh.
That's okay. I'm not a great man, that's why. Okay. Fine, we'll stop here. Thank you so much, everyone who has come.